Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go.
Now, a feature presentation.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Welcome to the MatineeChat podcast.
There is a God.
With Kathy Kaiser.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
And Anthony Wise.
Oh, excuse me, Russell, but I believe I requested the hand job.
He's just ignorant.
Stay connected at MatineeChat.com, on Facebook and Twitter at MatineeChat.
The radio's all yours now.
MatineeChat podcast on now.
And welcome back to Matinee Chat for another fun-filled movie experience. We're experiencing Volume 18, I believe.
Yes, we can vote and smoke cigarettes. I've bought a pack of Marlboro Lights, and we're going to get right down to the grits so I can make my voice extra raspy for the entire, for the entire podcast.
Perfect. He's really enjoying these teenage volumes here.
Well, it just allows me to relive my adolescence. Not that I'm still in it at 29, but... Anyways, a lot of great movies this week. Suffragette, Miss You Already, the Peanuts movie, and 007 returns with Spectre.
Oh, can't wait to talk about 007. My fave. But we got to wait till the end of the podcast for them.
Yes, it'll be a big disagreement there. All right, kicking things off with Suffragette, starring the lovely Meryl Streep, amongst other people.
How about Carey Mulligan, Helena Bonham Carter, rated PG-13. We're going to learn about the women's plight to be able to vote in England.
Which actually happened before the effort here in 1919 for women to vote in the United States.
Yeah, so the women of England are leading the way, and the men aren't listening. They're kind of casting them aside. They don't need to vote. What do they need to vote for?
That's so wrong.
And like I said, that's the way it was. I mean, we're talking early 1900s here. That's the way it was.
It's still, like, we've had a couple of these movies so far that are very political, and it's something that you have to have a flavor for. I will say that. But I will stress that this should be a movie that you should see because that I just hope it empowers more and more women today because we still are in a situation where even ladies are a minority. It's not even about races anymore. Even just your gender is a minority. And,
he's feeling sorry for us, ladies.
I'm not feeling sorry for you.
Sweet?
I just think it's absurd that there's other people that decide what you get to do with your body.
Yeah.
Like, it should be your decision and your decision alone. So this is just a long step in many of what has been done and what still needs to be done in order to achieve equality. But I think it's a good movie that highlights some of the early beginnings. And I'm sure there's many women before them that spoke out who did not get. Well, at least get heard. I'm sure they were silenced pretty quick because of how society was, and it's just
and the fact that they had to resort not only to trying to get their voices heard, but resorting to violence or burning down buildings and throwing rocks through it just to get the men's attention. And I believe it's Carey Mulligan that says the quote in the movie somewhere along the lines of, "That's all that men understand is war." So that's why they are resorting to violence to get the attention that they need. To let people know they should have the right to vote. And it's very, apropos that they're bringing it to to light now, like you said. Lots of women are still struggling for education and not just voting rights, but, actually being educated.
Mm-hmm.
How terrible is that in a society of...
I know. And just history shows that sometimes it takes more than just being peaceful. Sometimes it takes more than just standing up. Sometimes you have to raise little hell to make change, and it's an unfortunate part of the situation. I will always go back and say, hey, if you just would have listened to us in the first place, if we just give people a chance.
Exactly. So, thank you, Meryl. Thank you, Carey. Thank you, Helena, for bringing this all to the big screen. Now, here's the sad part. I'm going to tell everybody that even though I totally support everything that this movie brought to light and am a woman myself, as you can tell, I'm going to tell the listeners that you might want to wait and catch this one on DVD. I'm not saying that you want to head out to the theater for this not a pick-me-up film, but, up to you. If you're
based
feeling
on what you call entertainment.
Yes.
You know, if you want to go to the movies to be happy and smiley, this probably isn't the thing. However, if you want something to inspire you, want something to maybe motivate you, or maybe even you want something to, learn from in some way, shape, or form, this might be good for you. Whether you want to learn that at home by writing it down, or because you don't want to, turn your phone on in the movie theater and make a memo.
There you go.
It's a good thing to do. But if you are in for political movies, if you like some historical
facts,
make sure you go check it out in theaters.
Otherwise, I'm saying wait and catch it on DVD.
Yeah. So it all depends on your level of entertainment here. But of course, catch the full review up on the website, MatineeChat.com. Feel free to contact us anytime you want on Facebook and the Twitters at MatineeChat. All right, now time for game one for your chance to win dinner in the movie in St. Charles. And this game is called...
Thank you, Warenberg. And of course, it's Anthony's week, so get excited, everyone.
Excited.
It's Anthony's week, not even. Okay, go ahead.
All right, push the button.
Get these morons off the air.
Hey, Tiny, who's playing tonight?
Wait till Otis sees us!
We're on a mission from God.
I love his music. I do. I'm a Michael Bolton fan.
Name that movie tune.
All right, it is my week for Name That Movie Tune, which, of course, we have to say for legal reasons, according to our lawyers that we do not have.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yes. This particular song is just wonderful to me, and we were going to
I
play
was so
it now.
surprised when you picked this song. I may have listened to this song way, way back in the day, dancing at the Oz on the Illinois side.
Still need photographic evidence of you being the Oz.
Okay, I'll try to recover that.
I'm pretty
for
sure
you.
it was just a barn when you were there. Anyway.
It
I
was
don't think it was an actual building
barn.
yet.
Oh my God, where does he get this stuff from? He thinks everything on that side of the river is a barn.
Not
really?
everything.
Really?
Not everything. All right, here's the song. And can you feel the bass and the rhythm in that? I just love the funk in that song. It's so
I
good.
loved the funk of that song back in the day, too.
Back in the day. So if you know the answer to that and what movie it was, I will at least give you a hint that it was post-2000 for your chance to win dinner in a movie in good old St. Charles. Thanks to our friends at Warenberg.
Thank you, Warenberg.
Thank you. All right, the second review in the volume 18 of our teenage podcast.
Yes.
Miss You Already. Starring Drew Barrymore, Toni Collette, and once again, not really pick-me-upper.
No,
but...
rated PG-13. Premise behind the film, BFFs forever. Drew Barrymore is trying to get pregnant. Toni Collette finds out she has just been diagnosed with breast cancer. Not a pick-me-up, yes, once again, but, a good kind of feel-good movie of friends supporting one another all throughout their life. And, yeah, it's okay. Like I said, it's not a real pick-me-up movie. And having, a very good friend who died from breast cancer, maybe that had a lot to do with the way I reviewed the film as well. So.
And that's what I was going to say. I think a lot of women can relate to what's going on in this movie, have dealt with these situations in society, unfortunately. But, it all, once again, just depends on what you consider entertainment.
And Toni Collette, some of her best work. Let me throw that out there. Some of Toni Collette's best work. And I usually love Drew Barrymore and her quirkiness and her funniness. And I'm thinking that, there was a couple people that were going to be cast previously to Drew in this film. And maybe that might have played out better. Jennifer Aniston, Rachel Weisz were both slated to be opposite Toni Collette before Drew stepped into the picture. And nothing against Drew. I just think that the whole camaraderie between the two of them was not conveyed for me throughout the entire film. So that led me to maybe give it a rating of...
what?
Wait and catch this one on DVD too.
Yeah. Once again, it's really just all about what you consider entertainment. If you want to go to the theaters for a pick-me-up, this would not recommend that. Right. However, if you're dealing with this in your life, if you know people that are dealing with this, or
and you want to come up with different,
find a way to relate in some way,
yes.
You will find a way through this movie.
Yeah.
So I at least recommend it for those reasons. Just really depends on what you feel like paying for at the theater.
That's right.
I don't like paying $12 to feel sad. So
and I'm right there with you. And two, Toni Collette comes up with, if you guys are wanting to see it in the theater, head out to see how Toni deals with her femininity or lack thereof. It's kind of a shocker for me that she went down this road, but that's a little tease for you. So
not so much for
me.
me.
The theater? No, not for you.
You got to let the animal out sometimes.
Okay.
Let it out.
All right. Very good.
Get the full review up on the website, MatineeChat.com. And feel free to discuss the movie with us at MatineeChat on Facebook and the Twitters.
Please do.
And now an oldie but a goodie, kind of, sort of, brand new, but it feels like an oldie but a goodie. The fourth, I believe, fourth or fifth full-length film from the Schultz family now because Charles has passed.
Right, Charles has passed, but they very intelligently got his son, Ryan, and his grandson, Brian Schultz, involved in writing and producing this film. So we're here for the Peanuts movie.
And it was adorable.
Absolutely
very
adorable.
Nostalgic. Very, very nostalgic. I mean, true to heart. Which is very good. I mean, that's what you want to see if you're a fan of the franchise or a fan of the brand that is Peanuts and
if
Charlie
you've
Brown
grown
and
up
Snoopy.
with it, if you couldn't wait to see the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown every Halloween, maybe that was me. Yes, you're absolutely going to love it. They added the 3D element for the kiddos who have been exposed to all of that, not just those little characters that many of us grew up with. So they made the 3D element apparent in the film, and I was thinking that it might take away from it, but it actually added to it. We've brought along the entire game. We have Lucy and Schroeder and Linus, and even the Red Baron may show up. So, yeah, I mean, it was fun. The good old Red Baron's there, too. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely, the storyline is so cute and so adorable. Everybody's going to love it. It's rated G, and how long has it been since we've had a rated G film for everyone to go see? So grab the entire family. Everybody's going to have a good time. If you remember it, great. If the kiddos haven't been exposed to it before, no problem. They're going to love it, too.
Yes.
Yes.
Until they're like 8, probably. Then,
I say 10.
Then they're probably corrupted and can't watch it anymore.
No. Anthony seems to think some of the kids over 8 are going to be bored.
I have a brother at 4 years old who could maneuver an iPad better than I could. These kids catch up and see things already on internet that way surpass their age, and so I worry that Peanuts might be too young for someone. 9 is probably the highest I go. After that,
right.
Probably unless they're into it. And if you accomplished to make them sheltered with the internet, then bravo to you, and feel free to take them.
If you've managed to raise sheltered children to the age of 10, please grab everyone and go see this movie.
While still having full internet access, then yes, then I praise you. That is incredible. And then you should go see this movie. Other than that, I would say the younger ones probably enjoy it more than some of the middle-aged to older kids. Even me, big kid, who experienced a lot of Charlie Brown. Still, I enjoyed it. I don't know, just it is what it was, and I always enjoyed Charlie Brown for what it is. But I guess I don't know. Not that I wanted him to be like anything new, like Doug or something, become a quail man or anything, or have another alter ego. And it wasn't anything new.
If you love the old nostalgia of
it's
Peanuts, it's all
purist.
there. Yes, absolutely. And so, of course, I had to rate it. If you visit MatineeChat.com. Or visit us on Twitter at MatineeChat. I rated it must-see on the big screen with the whole family. So,
except for the teenagers, they don't need to come. Get your full review, MatineeChat.com. And yeah, Peanuts movie. I cannot believe 2015. Here we are.
Here we are talking about
another Peanuts movie, and it's 3D. I guess we're keeping up with the Joneses. All right, got another game for you. It's called Say What. We play a movie quote for you, a chance to win tickets to a movie at the lovely Lincoln Theater. Here we go.
Let me bring you up to speed.
Say what?
You talking to me?
Say what again?
Games on the Matinee Chat podcast.
Thanks. I like to play.
Say what?
Unleash the fury.
Let's begin, shall we?
And it is my week.
Yeah, we hate those weeks. Really? Anthony's week.
Yeah.
Everybody really tunes in for
negativity.
My week, but that's okay.
So much negativity. See what to deal with? Just trying to put the positive.
Never negative. I'm always positive. I'm always positive.
Anyways, so this quote comes from a movie of which I've seen many, many moons. And hopefully don't give it away too much by playing it, the audio, but we'll see. And here we go.
Thank you, Sarah Miller. You are the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Your hair is the color of the sun. Your skin is like fresh milk. And everyone loves you. Stop! Sit. Wait. What? We cannot break bread with you.
Huh? Becky, what's going on?
Wednesday! You have taken the land which is rightfully ours.
I love that movie. Now,
when he pulled out that whole, we didn't expose you to all of it, but when he pulled out that whole entire snippet of the movie, I was like, oh my God, this is so Anthony, really?
And it's still sort of Halloween-esque because I saw it over the Halloween weekend, but I love that movie, and I love both of them, in fact, and I really wish there would have been more. I thought it was a great cast. But yeah.
Push Hollywood for that. We need more.
Yeah, but I don't want to give it away, but somebody already passed away, so this wouldn't work out. If you know the answer to that, bummer. If you know the answer to that,
this is the bummer tickets. Cast, you know.
Right. Answer it below on this podcast page for your chance to win. Okay. Thanks to our friends at Lincoln Theater. So thank you.
Yes, thank you, Lincoln.
Lincoln. All right, final review of this podcast.
I couldn't wait. I have been with bated breath here the whole entire time.
You can't wait, but I'm going to beg to differ on this one. It is 007 Spectre.
James Bond.
Daniel Craig. And
rated PG-13, which Anthony had a problem with at the very beginning when we even left for the movie theater. A Bond. Rated PG-13. What?
It should be R.
That means there are not going to be near enough women involved. I can tell already. Or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It's just I don't know. I was worried about it. It gave me fear for the get-go.
Hey, they've been building up to this movie for months.
And maybe that was the issue. Maybe I just had too much build-up, and I just was anticipating too much because I did not. Okay, I enjoyed it. It was a Bond movie. It's
Daniel Craig back again.
It lacked, man. I don't think he's a good Bond. I like Pierce, and I like Sean Connery a lot.
There is no 007 except Sean Connery.
Yeah.
You realize that, right?
I do realize that. Just like there's no Batman except for Adam West and Michael Keaton.
Oh, Michael Keaton,
yeah. But yeah, so it's it's a Bond story. Don't get me wrong. It's just they use the L word. Yes. It really bugs me.
That really bugs you.
Daniel Craig's been using the L word his entire career, from what I understand.
Okay.
And I don't know if Bond represents that.
I think Sean might have used that word too. I don't know. Way back in the day. And not that it matters what I think, but I really enjoyed the fact that they took Spectre back to the beginning. I mean, epic cinematography, and we're traveling all over the world, and I enjoyed that part of the film.
I'm just tarnished because I grew up during the golden eye. I'm used to gadgets. I like gadgets. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on gadgets. The car was not ready, which is fine. I'm okay with that, with the car not being ready.
That was part of the storyline.
And that's okay with it not being ready, but I still wanted more gadgets. But
it was an awesome-looking car.
Sure, I don't care.
And I love his cars. He always, 007 always has the best taste in vehicles. That's part of the ambiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But you didn't like his watch. You didn't like his car. He was complaining the whole way through. Really?
It's just. I love Ralph Fiennes. That was a pleasant surprise for me.
Yes.
And I love Chris Waltz. I'm okay
Ralph's
with the new.
Our new M.
I'm okay with the new Q.
Yeah.
The new C is fine. Even the new Monty Penny for me is new. She might have been there in the last one. I can't remember.
She was in the last one.
I thought she was.
Yeah.
I just maybe just Daniel Craig. He just doesn't do it for me. He's just not Bond enough for me. He's muscle Bond.
That's been his thing. He is muscle.
Cialis Bond.
He's calling him a Cialis Bond.
It just
Can
seemed like Bond on a
actually
budget.
say that?
It seemed like Bond on a budget. I just expected more. I don't know. I feel like they spent more money with Pierce Brosnan.
Well, they may have done that.
I have no facts to base this.
You're just
based it off the fact that there wasn't enough Michael Bay explosions. Not that I like Michael Bay, but
okay. Well, but there was a couple big explosions. I mean, you started in Mexico City. That was a pretty epic scene.
Yeah.
But you just weren't feeling it, huh?
It's just.
We have him for one more. He signed on to make one more Bond film.
Okay.
So
yeah,
you're going to have to sit through another one.
I know, and I'm not really excited about it. It's like the Roger Moore era. It was just okay.
Well, anything would have been a letdown after Sean.
Agreed.
So, I mean, no, Roger was not good in any way, shape, or form as far as I'm concerned, but anything would have been a letdown after Sean. And then Pierce picked it back up. I liked Pierce.
Yeah, no, Pierce was great. Pierce was solid. That's why, it was a nice jump for me. Still not used to Daniel
And you're
Craig.
not the only person that has really not enjoyed the muscle part of Daniel Craig.
Muscle
and
Bond.
James, yeah.
I like cunning and witted.
And sly and debonair.
And sleek.
They all look good in tuxedos.
But it is a nostalgic form of writing. It was presented in a nostalgic way. Again, for those that are a fan of the franchise, that are a fan from the get-go, will enjoy this movie.
Right. And they
I
actually
personally
take
just
us
didn't.
back a couple movies, so if you haven't seen Casino Royale, you may want to catch that one before you catch Spectre.
Yeah.
And the United Kingdom loved this movie so much that it's the highest grossing film in the United Kingdom ever.
Hooray for the United Kingdom.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Glad they want to spend money for 2 hours.
They wanted to see their boy Daniel Craig as 007, so...
Craig.
Okay, and even though Anthony didn't like it, if you go to MatineeChat.com or at MatineeChat on Twitter.
I thought I didn't like it. It just didn't fulfill with the hype, I believe.
Okay. Well, I rated it must see on the big screen because every James Bond 007 film should be viewed on the big screen. There is some epic cinematography that I very much enjoyed, and I did, like I said before, enjoy the fact that they made this more like an older Sean Connery-esque James Bond. So I say go to the theater and see it. Anthony says,
I say if you're a fan of the franchise, go see it regardless. I just don't want to be disappointed if you're up to the hype. I don't know, there's a lot of hype, which could happen with the Star Wars for me too. You never know.
Yeah, because we're getting ready for that.
So we're super excited about that. Catch the full review up on the website, MatineeChat.com. Feel free to converse with us anytime you want to on Facebook and Twitter. I'm also on Snapchat and Instagram too.
Well, so am I. What about you?
Yeah. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
you follow me? We don't follow each other.
Yes, we do.
All right, so next
week.
I
follow you. Anyway, whatever.
All right. Well, next week, I got a couple of movies lined up for you. The 33.
The 33, yeah. We already saw that. Yeah. Can't wait to tell everybody about Antonio Banderas. Now you say it.
No, I want to say Lou Diamond Phillips. That's what I want to say.
Oh,
Lou
yeah.
Diamond.
There you go.
Diamond.
Okay. All right. Very good. My All-American. We already had a chance to catch that one, too. Can't wait to tell you about that. True story. Go University of Texas. And last but not least, Love the Coopers.
Oh, my
First
goodness.
Christmas movie. Can't
Already?
wait for that. Yes. It's almost Thanksgiving. We got to have a great Christmas movie.
I'm just not ready. Everything happens too fast when you're older. Adulting is hard.
Ooh. He's almost 30, and he's having a real identity crisis.
I already had one at like 27.
Everybody's going to have to help him out here. He's almost an adult. So.
I don't know if I can make it, folks. We're going to have to see what happens.
All right, ladies, you're going to have to help me here.
Sending out an SOS.
There you go. But yeah, Love the Coopers. Diane Keaton.
Cool.
You love her?
Sure. Yeah.
There you go.
We'll worry about next week.
All right.
For now, enjoy the movies we have this week at the
right.
movies, and we'll talk to you next week on the volume 19.
Yes.
The Matinee Chat podcast.
Can't wait to talk to everyone. Have a great weekend. Take care.
Bye.